Today, just as the title says, I'm going to be talking about why I switched back to Lunar Client after using Badlion for a little while. I've been getting this question a lot and I figured I might as well just make a video explaining why I'm back on Lunar now, since people are often surprised that I don't use Badlion anymore. I got 3 main reasons why I switched back, and in my opinion these reasons are relevant to all Minecraft players, and the last is the most important, so make sure you stick around. I promise this won't be long. Oh, and by the way, at the time of making this video, I am not partnered with any Minecraft client, nor am I in the process of being made a partner currently, so all of this is my own opinion. So you guys might have watched or directly came from the video of why I switched to Badlion around February of last year. In that video, my reasons for switching to Badlion are that Badlion was less clunky and loaded faster, got more frames than Lunar, had less glitches than Lunar, and that the hits felt better on Badlion than they did on Lunar, and here I was specifically talking about the hit registration on Hypixel. Since I made that video, which Lunar Client actually commented on by the way, every one of these issues I mentioned has been fixed. And this was actually done not too long after making the video. I ended up just staying on Badlion because I'd gotten used to it, to be completely honest, and I didn't want to have to reconfigure my Lunar settings. The thing is though, as time went on, there were some issues with Badlion Client that pushed me back to Lunar, and the first of those issues is the lack of support for version 1.7.10, which is the best version of Minecraft to use on My Club, because of the hit delay that is built into version 1.8.9. Some of you guys might not think that it makes a difference to play on version 1.7, but it really does. I won't get into how the hit delay works, but basically on 1.8, if you're constantly swinging your sword, there will be moments where your sword doesn't swing and causes you to not get a hit. Since My Club is compatible with version 1.7 and 1.8, it's best to use 1.7 on there at all times. But if I was to use Badlion, I wouldn't be able to do that, meaning that I'd be at a disadvantage using Badlion over Lunar in this instance. On top of this, the whole difference in hit registration that I observed on Hypixel is completely gone. I don't know what happened, but the hits really feel identical to me now, when a while back I swear they were better on Badlion. And again, I'm only talking about my hits on Hypixel. Everywhere else, they were the exact same, and given what I just talked about with the version support differences, my hits are better with Lunar because I actually can play on the most optimized version of Minecraft for My Club. But even if you're not a My Club player like me, there are still some other reasons as to why I think Lunar is the best client for 1.8, and this has to do with the clean look and feel of the mods and cosmetics featured on Lunar Client. Now before you go and comment how stupid it is to change clients over cosmetics and user interfaces, trust me, it's not the only reason, but was definitely something that I noticed when I used Badlion that I always disliked. The mod menu and user interface is by far the cleanest on Lunar Client, and even in my why I switched to Badlion video, I never disputed that. I definitely think Badlion isn't like terrible or something, but the whole experience is just much better and cleaner on Lunar Client, and I think that we can all agree on that. Also, my frames on Lunar are just as good as they are on Badlion, and for newer versions of the game like versions 1.20 and beyond, they're even better than what I got on Badlion. Now when it comes to cosmetics, I hear people dismissing this point a lot because truly it really comes down to personal preference. But the thing is, I find that most people agree Lunar's cosmetics just look more like they fit into the game than Badlion's do. Like the Lunar wings, they look nicer. You know, some of the emotes are just more complex, and on top of all this, the selection of creator capes is generally better on Lunar. Now I in no way say this to diminish the hard work of any creators that have partnered with Badlion at all. However, there are just more creators partnered with Lunar, which naturally leads to a greater selection. Not only that, but in my subjective and personal opinion, the cloaks and other cosmetics there just look better on average, so if you want to personalize your Minecraft character through cosmetics or support your favorite creators, you're probably going to be able to do that better with Lunar Client. Again, this isn't a game breaker, but coupled with the overall clean feel of Lunar Client as a whole, it's definitely something to consider and has ultimately helped bring me back to Lunar Client. Before I get to the final point, I just want to take 2 seconds to ask you to consider subbing if you're enjoying. This isn't my usual video style, but I nonetheless enjoyed making this video and I hope that you've been enjoying it as well. Now without further ado, the final reason for why I switched back to Lunar Client is actually to do with the newer versions of Minecraft. Lunar Client recently announced something huge, which I think is going to shake up the entire Minecraft client space, and that is adding custom mod loading to be similar in principle to Feather Client. What this means is that they're going to make it so you can load your own custom fabric mods into Lunar Client directly, which is going to be insane. I don't think people realize how big of a deal this is, but it truly is going to bring a ton of people over to Lunar Client that might have switched over to other clients for newer versions. In the newer versions of Minecraft, many people use Feather Client or other common mod loaders like Fabric or Forge, to load custom PvP mods and optimizations. The thing is, I tried Feather, I tried Badlion, I tried Forge, and I've tried a lot of other different things, but none of them clicked right with me for the newer versions. Something about Lunar is just more polished, and I really think that this is going to be absolutely crucial to future-proofing Lunar Client and making it the only client that I need for Minecraft generally. At the end of the day, I switched back to Lunar because it now has everything that I need out of a client. It has the 1.7.10 support, the clean user interface, the good mods, the good FPS, the good cosmetics, and now I don't even have to worry about needing to use another client in the future for new versions of the game. In fact, with the recent rise of Hoplite, Lunar actually released a mod pack specifically for Hoplite, which features proximity chat and a ton more other features. This just shows that Lunar is really the only client that I need to use, and for these reasons, I think I'm definitely going to be sticking with Lunar for the foreseeable future. That's all for today's video. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.